Hello, and welcome for the very last time to Let's Play Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. Over these last few episodes, after defeating the Elite Four, we went back and rematched the gym leaders of Hoenn. We poked around at all the neat things that the region had to offer us, and then we sought out and defeated all of the legendary Pokemon, except one. Here we are at Sky Pillar, home of Rayquaza. So now we've come to defeat our final legendary Pokemon, and, put an end to their reign of being alive. Because, that's wrong. We don't want them to do that. If you remember last time we came through Sky Pillar, it was pretty easy to make it to the top. Well, now that Rayquaza's woken up and been doing some thrashing around or something, the place is all wrecked. So you're going to notice that the floor's cracked. Now, the only way to get across these floors is to go across on the Mach Bike. So if you have the other bike, make sure that you swap out. Because if you walk across or use the other bike, you basically won't go fast enough and you'll fall through the floor. Now, this can be a bit tricky. So you just have to practice a little bit. Just make sure your reflexes are good and you'll be fine. Although even if you do practice, you'll probably screw up a lot. Or maybe it's just me and I suck. That's probably the case because that's normally the case. If to my knowledge, the way this works is on the floors that there aren't cracked tiles, you'll be able to run into Pokemon, but Pokemon won't ambush you on these, cracked floors, because if they do, then it would just screw you up and be even harder than it already is. Because this can be a little bit difficult. Normally, I can get it after a few minutes of trying, but I remember the first time I ever did this, it was just hell. Especially with just a little Game Boy D-pad, it's a bit difficult. Now, what you're aiming for are those two cracks, kind of on that one thing. Yeah, my ability to describe things has never been as good as it is now. I guess it's been worse, but you know. You want to get into that little alcove, and those two cracks in the middle, that's where you want to go. If you hit that last crack, you basically lose, because then you overshoot it, so you want to pull back like that to get it. And then you're pretty much set, because that's the last cracked tile room there is. So after that, you're smooth sailing. Unless, you're having problems with Pokemon, but of course a Max Repel or any other Repels could fix that. But, you should be more than powerful enough to handle the Pokemon here. So, let's see what's just ahead of this door. Rayquaza, the legendary Pokemon mascot of Pokemon Emerald, and probably one of the best legendaries of the region, if I do say so myself. So we're going in with our biggest gun we have. Get him, best Pokemon, you can take him! Him and his level 70 Rayquaza big green dragon guy self. You can do it, best Pokemon! You can do it! And he did it. God bless him, he tried so hard. Look what he did for us. He did everything. He sacrificed himself. And, fuck him. Let's beat up Rayquaza. Now, actually, Einstein's probably not the best, choice, seeing as, he can use Fly. So I think I'll go ahead and switch into, Mr. Franklin. Now, I'm a bit iffy about fighting Rayquaza, because I think we might be able to actually... Ice Beam will probably just wreck his shit, because he is a Dragon Flying type, and, oh, that's convenient that it missed. But I just want to see what Surf will do. Extreme Speed will go first every time. It's like Quick Attack, but more powerful, more or less. That's what it is. And Rayquaza is pretty strong, so, make sure you have a Pokemon that can take him. And, yeah, we're just gonna use Ice Beam, fuck it. Yeah, he knows Rest as well, and he naturally learns Fly, which is odd, seeing as it's an HM move. But I always thought it was neat, because, he's Rayquaza. He needs to be able to fly around in his little dragony self. So we will revenge Best Pokemon, because I care about Best Pokemon. Yep, I care about Best Pokemon. So now we've done it. We've defeated Rayquaza, meaning we've defeated all of the legendary Pokemon in Hoenn. Now, there are legendary Pokemon that you can only get through Nintendo events. I really wanted to show you guys those. I had originally planned an episode before this, where I was going to do that, but, unfortunately, I couldn't figure out how to get the cheats to make it allow us to do it, because I'm not very good with the whole Game Shark code thing. I don't even know what emulators use for that, so I apologize about that. Maybe if in the future I ever figure out how to do it and stop being a derp, I'll show you guys, and it can be a bonus episode or something. But for right now, we what do we have to do left? I mean, we've defeated all the legendaries, we've rematched the gym leaders. I mean, we're the Pokemon champion. Who's left? Who could possibly be better than Wallace, the other Pokemon champion? Well, the answer is the old Pokemon champion. We're actually going to go pay a visit to the Pokemon champion of Ruby and Sapphire, because like I said, Ruby and Sapphire had a different Pokemon League champion, and he's in this game, and he is the most powerful trainer in this game, if you don't count like the whole Battle Frontier stuff, which I don't. So we're going to go pay him a visit after I get Ride out of the PC, and I'll meet you guys where he is. So here we are in Meteor Falls once again, and, well, for the very last time as well, because this is where the Pokemon League champion from Ruby and Sapphire likes to hang out. Now, he only shows up after you beat the Elite Four, so you're going to have to do that, because otherwise his little section of Meteor Falls won't be opened up, because if you notice that cave up there, that'll be closed off before you beat the Elite Four. Now, like, this is only available in Emerald, of course, because this guy is the Pokemon League champion, Ruby and Sapphire, so there'd be no purpose of, you know, having it in Ruby and Sapphire. So, you want to be sure you're ready for this guy, because if I'm right, this guy's Pokemon might actually be in the 80s. I honestly don't remember, so you might have noticed, but I did a little bit of grinding. I ground... Oh, crap, Mr. Franklin's not fully healed. I'm actually going to run back to the Pokemon Center, because that's bad. Actually, I can just use a potion. I don't want to run back. We only used a few stuff. Yeah. That's words right there. That is how words work. You'll notice I ground everyone up to 65, made a nice little, like, burger out of them. Just so everyone can be on equal footing, because I think our entire team, is the best. So, now that we're in the secret back part of Meteor Falls, let's go find out who the old champion was. Oh, wow, Zach. I'm amazed you know where to find me. Maybe think of me as just a rock maniac? No, that can't be right. We battled alongside each other at the Pseudopolis Space Center. You should have a very good idea of how good I am. Okay, Zach, if you're going to mount a serious challenge, expect the worst. Pokemon trainer Steven Stone would like to battle. Steven Stone was the Pokemon League champion in Ruby and Sapphire, and now we're here to kick his ass as the ex-champion. Because, supposedly he left for whatever the hell the reason. It doesn't matter, though, because we're gonna kick some ass. Yeah, Steven, the most powerful trainer. Pokemon probably in the 80s, if not high 70s like his Skarmory is, and, oh wow. That's actually very, very good that we did that. I was hoping, Darwin would be able to take out Skarmory in 1 to 2 hits, but just 1 hit, goddamn. Because Skarmory can be a bit of a pain in the ass, because it likes to use a move called Spikes, which basically sets up an entry hazard for the rest of your Pokemon. So whenever you bring in your Pokemon, unless they're a Levitate or a Flying type, they basically take damage for switching in. Now, Aggron's a bit weird. He's a Steel Rock type. He has very, very, very high defense, and he's very strong. So I'm going to pull a very ballsy move, and normally I would have swapped into Bombastus, but I'm going to see if this Overheat move can take him out in 1 hit, because it's a very powerful move. I think it's 140 base attack. Stab from Darwin with as strong as he is. I'm hoping can take him out in 1 hit. Oh, fuck. Okay, you can survive an Earthquake, can't you, Darwin? I believe in you! I believe in you even more than I believed in best Pokemon the Zubat, and please, please, please. Oh my god, Darwin. You are a beautiful sack of Darwin. I love you so much, and, that being said, even if we heal right now, it's probably not for the best, because, Overheat lowers your special attack, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch into, Bombastus for this. And, I'm just gonna hope he doesn't use a full restore, because if he uses a full restore, which he is, this is gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Now, Aggron's a bit weird. He's very, very defensive and very powerful physically. I wanted to use Newton to take him out, because Newton has Earthquake, which hits him for 4 times effective, but with how high his defense was, I wasn't sure if that'd be a good idea. So I decided to opt for Bombastus and play a little bit of a War of Nutrition, because he can't really do too much damage to us, even though he just got a critical hit. Because for some reason he's using special attacks, even though he is, you know, physically strong, not especially strong. So Bombastus will be able to survive his hits. Bombastus can't do too much of damage as compared to, you know, Darwin's overheat as to Bombastus's flamethrower, but he's still able to make it through, even though we're, using items. But who cares? He's using items, so we're going to use items right back. Now, another good part about Bombastus is this Claydol is another bulky Pokemon. Now, Bombastus is more of a wall than Aggron is, because Aggron's a wall, but I guess Aggron's more of a tank. He's like a tanky wall. He's a wall made out of tanks, I suppose. But we're basically doing the same thing with Claydol, another War of Nutrition, which is why this segment is, of course, speeded up. Bombastus can live him out, we can heal, we can hit him with Shadow Ball, which is super effective, so we're able to take off a chunk of his health while healing, so it's not really a hit and run, it's like a hit and heal, I suppose. A War of Nutrition. This is exactly what is going on, and the Shadow Ball actually, served a lot of purposes. I thought, it would just be for, whatever the ghost, Phoebe of the Elite Four. I thought that'd be its only purpose, but nope, it's managed to be pretty helpful in this post-game, especially with the stupid Claydol. Now, this is really Bombastus' time to shine. Like I said, he's physically strong, and while this Claydol isn't really attacking too much, he can take his hits, like, no problem, because not only are they physical hits, but, this is what Bombastus was trained for, so, let's kill it.
Now with those two defeated, we can actually move on to actual battling. Now, those two can be pretty tough, but this guy is Newton's. We're going to be using Newton. This is Steven's most powerful Pokemon. And if you guys remember in the other episode, I was praising how strong Beldum's final evolution is. Well, this is it, Metagross. He's a pseudo-legendary Pokemon, very, very strong. Honestly, I was hoping to use Darwin to take him out with that Overheat move. But this guy's a bit of a wild card because he's a Steel Psychic type. So despite him having incredibly high attack, he could be packing like Psychic, which could be really, really bad, given, Darwin's weakness to Psychic, and hopefully Newton can take this, because Meteor Mash gets stabbed, it's incredibly powerful, and oh my god, Newton, you're the best. This is very nerve-wracking, because that move could have done, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, Newton, do your stuff. You can do it. I know you can take him out. After this, we'll let Newton retire. We'll bring in someone new because I don't feel comfortable about leaving her out with her health this low. And I'm so glad she was able to take out that Metagross because I wasn't sure if I healed and then it got a critical hit. That could have been terrible. Cradily, I think we'll go ahead and switch into Einstein. I think Einstein might be our best bet with Cradily. Cradily is the evolution of Lily, I think is its pre-evolution. It's the fossil Pokemon that we got, when we got the fossil out of the Tower of Illusion. Now this thing's really weird to fight because it's a great stalling Pokemon, so you want to be able to take it out. So I was hoping to use a fighting type move, but it is a rock grass type, which means it's probably packing Ancient Power because the rest of Steven's team is, so why wouldn't it be packing Ancient Power? It has incredibly high special defense. Well, incredibly high. It has nice special defense, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but look, we put a really good dent in it. Now, the real tough thing about this is this thing loves to heal. Ingrain basically means it'll heal at the end of each turn, and I'm 90% sure that this thing knows Giga Drain. Because why wouldn't it? It just wants to be an asshole and live as long as it can, and that's the best strategy. Because as you can see, Einstein has Giga Drain, and if anyone knows anything about being an asshole, it is me. Even though there's probably, bigger assholes out there. But who cares? Because, if I've been counting Pokemon right, then, we're down to Steven's last Pokemon. And who better to take out his last Pokemon than Mr. Franklin, the man of electricity, which, even though I just said man of electricity, we're gonna use Surf on him. Because Surf will get super effective, I think. Yeah, it will, because he's a rock bug type, and Armaldo is the evolution of the other fossil Pokemon, the fossil that we picked up in the Desert Underpass. So I'm hoping Surf will do a big dent, because this thing probably knows Earthquake, because why wouldn't it? And oh god, for a second I thought it was going to go out in one turn. Oh, Ancient Power, okay. Mr. Franklin can take an Ancient Power. I'm not so sure about Earthquake. I put all of my dice on that, but if this attack connects, we'll defeat Steven, and then we'll be the most powerful trainer in Hoenn. For reals this time. But of course that's not gonna happen, because, actually having, like, a climax would be, it'd be too serious, so come on. Let's just take him out in, two more hits, because, After all that anticlimax, we can't have real climax. And oh wow, has he really not used any full restores? I actually kind of lost track during that War of Nutrition with Bombastus, because that's normally when he likes to use all his full restores. Unless he has just a ton of them, which he probably does, because he is the most powerful trainer in the game, disregarding the Battle Frontier. The most powerful normal trainer, and there we go! We've defeated Steven. We're the best guys. We defeated him despite him being over 10 levels higher than our whole team. You. I had no idea you'd become so strong. And then he gives us just a little bit of money, but that doesn't matter, because come to think of it, ever since our paths first crossed in Granite Cave and Dewford, I had this feeling. I thought that you would eventually become the champion. My predictions usually come true. And where will you go from here? Foo. Even I couldn't tell you that.